I'll be the first to admit that I don't watch the news regularly, but I could have sworn Elon Musk was the richest man in the world. In fact, at the time of making this video, Bloomberg lists his net worth at $272 billion, and everyone is eagerly waiting for him to become the first trillionaire in history. So, how is it that you've just clicked on a video about the Saudi prince who's sitting on a mind-boggling $2 trillion fortune? A fortune that obliterates the combined wealth of the top 17 richest people on any list today. Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'll keep the answer short, sweet, and crude. Oil. The power of oil. As the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, a country that bears his last name, Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, or MBS, sits atop Aramco, the largest oil and gas company in history. Aramco is the third most valuable company in the world, only behind Apple and Microsoft, and ahead of giants like Alphabet, Meta, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon, and of course Tesla. While these matters may weigh less on Mars, the reality is that MBS has substantial control over what he can splurge millions on, both from his personal wealth and the vast resources of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Beyond Aramco, MBS also controls the Public Investment Fund, PIF, Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, which holds assets of $500 billion. With such an enormous fortune at his disposal, you might wonder, what can you possibly buy for someone who is already filthy rich? The answers on this list will leave you both awestruck and perhaps a little envious. The world's most expensive painting. Let's start with the first item on our list, the Salvator Mundi, the most expensive painting ever sold. This magnificent piece was created by none other than Leonardo da Vinci in the late 15th to early 16th century. Like MBS, da Vinci knew no limits to his talents. The Salvator Mundi made headlines in 2017 when it toured exhibitions in Hong Kong, San Francisco, and New York. During its New York exhibition by the auction house Christie's, it was purchased by Saudi Arabia's Minister of Culture, Prince Badr bin Abdullah, for an astounding $450.3 million. Though the official claim was that it was bought for display at the Louvre Abu Dhabi, reports suggest that Prince Badr was actually acting on behalf of MBS, who now possesses the masterpiece. The Salvator Mundi, which means Savior of the World, is a stunning portrait of Jesus Christ holding a crystal orb in his left hand. And where does this $500 million painting reside? Not in a museum, but on MBS's mega yacht, where it hangs on the wall, secured with a single nail instead of 3. Yes, MBS certainly knows how to add an extra layer of pizzazz to his belongings, whether it's a $500 million painting of one of history's most influential figures, or a fleet of cars adorned with gold. A fleet of gold-plated cars. Speaking of cars, MBS has a penchant for the golden touch. One of his prized possessions is a gold-plated Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport, which cost a staggering $12.5 million. The Grand Sport is recognized as one of the fastest street-legal vehicles in the world, with a top speed of 431 km/h and an acceleration from 0 to 100 km/h in just 2.5 seconds. This speed outpaces even the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, which goes from 0 to 100 km/h in 2.8 seconds. But MBS's love for luxury cars doesn't stop there. He also owns a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, which he bought for nearly $8 million and, of course, had it covered in gold. His collection doesn't end with just these two. MBS's garage includes a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a Bentley Continental Flying Spur, a Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe, a Range Rover, and a Mercedes G63 6X6 truck, all gold-plated, of course. The total value of this automotive fleet, a cool $36 million. Even the seats are embroidered with gold-like detailing, and at this point, you might wonder if his cars run on gold instead of gasoline. The world's most expensive residential property. If you're not already dazzled, perhaps the next item on the list will do the trick, MBS's magnificent French chateau, known as the Chateau Louis XIV. Back in 2015, when Prince Salman purchased this mansion for $300 million, it set the world record for the most expensive residential property ever bought. But MBS didn't just stop at buying the mansion. He got to work. He hired Saudi-born French property developer Ahmad Khashoggi to rebuild and redesign the chateau. Khashoggi fused high-tech installations with 17th-century craftsmanship to create a modern masterpiece over the course of 3 years. More than 131,000 people worked on this mansion, averaging 120 workers per day. They included stonemasons, marble sculptors, expert gardeners who designed French-style gardens with tree-lined labyrinths, and painters who adorned the ceilings of several reception halls, master suites, and the cupola of the main drawing room. And to think, the Salvator Mundi painting we discussed earlier is nearly twice the price of this massive estate. A $500 million painting hanging on the walls of MBS's Serene Yacht. That's right, the Serene Yacht is next on our list. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Watch Celebrity 360. The mega yacht Serene. The Serene Yacht is one of the largest in the world, measuring 439 feet in length and 60 feet in beam. It features a jacuzzi with automatic lighting on the outer top deck, lounging areas, sitting rooms, bars, several staterooms, a master suite, a helipad, and a garage to house speedboats and tenders for when MBS wants to explore the seas. This sea giant is valued at $500 million and was initially built for Russian vodka tycoon Yuri Shefler for $330 million. In 2014, Bill Gates leased the yacht for $5 million per week. But while vacationing in the south of France in 2015, MBS decided to purchase it outright, spending $550 million to acquire the vessel. The Serene is a perfect example of great sportsmanship among the ultra-wealthy. Speaking of sports, let's talk about MBS's latest acquisition, a legendary English soccer club. The world's richest football club, through the Public Investment Fund, PIF, MBS acquired Newcastle United Football Club, commonly known as the Magpies, for $300 million. The deal took almost 2 years to complete, but in the end, Newcastle became the richest football club in the world. The PIF, with assets totaling nearly $500 billion, has numerous investments in big names like Disney, Uber, Facebook, Starbucks, and Pfizer. For context, the second richest football club owner is Sheikh Mansour of Manchester City, with a net worth of $20 billion. Many view this acquisition as part of MBS's strategy to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy beyond oil. Soccer is a lucrative investment, and billionaires like Roman Abramovich and the Italian Agnelli family have long seen the value in owning top clubs. Recently, wealthy Americans have also turned their attention to the sport. For perspective, top soccer clubs like Manchester United or Chelsea spend more on player wages in a single year than the world spends on asteroid defense. This deal not only elevates Newcastle United, but also enhances MBS's and the PIF's global influence. The world's largest hotel, but MBS's ambitions go far beyond football. He's also behind the world's largest hotel, the Abraj Khudai, located in Mecca. This $3.5 billion project will hold the Guinness World Record for the biggest hotel, with 10,000 rooms across 12 towers. The hotel covers 1.4 million square meters and will feature 4 helipads, nearly 3,000 parking spaces, 70 restaurants, and more. A night in the luxury rooms costs $5,000, with amenities like gyms, wellness centers, spas, luxury car rentals, saunas, pools, and more. The first 5 floors of the hotel are exclusively designed for MBS and the royal family, ensuring that their visits are nothing short of extraordinary. Building a futuristic city. But why stop at a hotel when you can build an entire city? MBS is doing just that with his most ambitious project yet, Neom. This smart city, currently under construction, is designed to be the first self-sustaining, advanced, and net-zero carbon emission city in the world. The name Neom combines the Greek word neo, meaning new, with an abbreviation of the Arabic word for future. Announced in October 2017, Neom is set to be 3 times the size of New York City. It will be designed so that everything you need is within walking or cycling distance. There won't be cars or traditional roads. Instead, transportation will be via shared autonomous electric shuttles, high-speed underground transit, and urban air mobility. Neom's seaport will be the first fully automated in the world, and the experience at Neom Airport will be seamless from curb to gate. Sections like the Line and the Octagon are already under construction, making this futuristic city a reality. Neom City Project. Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Neom City project is one of the most ambitious and futuristic urban developments the world has ever seen. Announced in October 2017, Neom is designed to be a self-sustaining, advanced smart city that leads the world in innovation, technology, and sustainability. The name Neom is derived from the Greek word neo, meaning new, and the Arabic word mustaqbal, meaning future, symbolizing its vision as a city of the future. Spanning 26,500 square kilometers, Neom will be 33 times the size of New York City, stretching across the borders of Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Egypt. The project has an estimated budget of $500 billion and is backed by the kingdom's Public Investment Fund, PIF. Neom aims to be a net-zero carbon city, with renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and green hydrogen powering the entire region. One of the key components of Neom is the Line, a 170-kilometer linear city that will have no cars, roads, or traditional infrastructure. Instead, it will feature ultra-high-speed transit systems, autonomous electric vehicles, and urban air mobility, ensuring that everything a resident needs is within a 5-minute walk or a quick transit ride. Neom will also include floating industrial complexes, a global trade hub, tourist resorts, and a fully automated seaport. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.